within the game. There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
It ain't easy breaking away or being a great. Slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental for the last time that I ate food from all of the face. My ace boom gon' be son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown, extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
You're in the presence of the real essence of been served and lessons since today of my adolescence. On the side of flop, young buck, holding like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin you all. What's that to me? Don't give a fuck about a hater. Let them like the whip in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q Bruce, stay with the lick. Really became a boss many years back when I'm gone. Give me so your tears back. We put the bang and produce the you got no chance of hanging.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 35 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. 45 yards on the ground for him so far. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, say, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Hey, 626!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Hot 70. 68, Panther 11. 19 tight. Alert.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Okay, ready?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Check pass, check pass.
But first down, Hurts. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Go check, go check.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Hey, check that. Street. Hurt.
They'll set up a throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure.
Happy street. Big Ryan.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Check match.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Packers nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Rodgers to throw once more.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
A complete once again to Watson.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Packers nothing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Rodgers again now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
18 Cardinals. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Come 19. Come 19. Check contact. Check contact. Street. Street.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, flag circle. Don't check.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession.